This episode is brought to you by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro near you at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.
Jay's in Alabama. Hi, Jay. How are you?
I'm better than I deserve, Dave. How are you, sir?
Just the same. How can we help?
All right. I got a lot to unpack. It's a rather happy story. My wife and I have royally kicked butt. I think we've done good, but I feel like we need to tweak it a little bit because we both have great jobs. We love them, but we don't think we're going to be able to do this till we retire in our late 60s or 70s. And we're trying to figure out how to expedite speeding up so we can retire maybe in our mid 50s.
All right.
So I don't know if that involves.
How much have you got? How much have you got in investments?
1.1 million.
Okay, good lick. Good for you. And what's your household income today?
$475,000 a year.
Yo. And how much of that's you? How much of that's her?
She is about 350, and I'm the rest.
So you're 175. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And what does she do for a living?
We both work in medicine.
I was going to guess. Okay, cool. Good for y'all.
But she didn't get doctoritis.
Well done. Yeah, apparently. You got a good net worth and a great, great income. How much of the 1.1 is in retirement accounts?
About 800.
Okay. What's the other 300 in?
I got about 120 in a brokerage account that I invest in, and then the rest is home equity.
Okay. And what's your ages?
I'm 45. She's 43.
Okay. All right. So what you would do is your home paid off?
No, sir. We are paying extra on it to knock it down.
Yeah. What do you owe on it?
We owe about $600 on it.
Okay. If you got a paid-for home and you built some money in some non-retirement mutual funds, that's what people in the financial world call a bridge fund. It bridges from the time you want to quit to 59 and a half.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. Okay.
Listen, you don't need as much if the house is paid for.
Yes, sir. Well, our long-term, we might have a kind of a strange long-term plan, but we both are very well traveled, and we want to, once we get to that age, we'd like to sell the house, take the equity we get from selling the house, buy a smaller house with place that we ain't got to cut the grass and stuff like that. And we actually want to spend about half the year in Southeast Asia because we've been there many times and love the vibe. So it's much cheaper to rent a place there.
Yeah, let me ask you this. It occurs to me that you fairly easily could sleepwalk into half of this income working part-time, even if you were doing some of it in Southeast Asia.
My job currently is remote, but to be honest, I'm just being honest with you. We have no problem adjusting our lifestyle.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you have the ability to produce an incredible income, and you could probably do that with 10% of the strain you have now. You could probably, between the two of you, pull in a couple of hundred.
It's possible.
Oh, I think it is. I think you're going to have to reimagine what you do, but yeah.
Right. We're just both we see the writing on the wall, and we just want to do the right thing, pay off our house, or at least knock it down a lot.
I would get the house paid off, and I would build some money in bridge.
Is this 10 years? Did I hear 55? You guys want to be checked out?
55, 56. We're looking at, say, 2036. It's
well, the 1.1 will be almost $3 million by then if you leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
And you would have bridge on top of that, and you'd have the paid-for house. And you've got the potential to do something, not nothing, the rest of your life, and probably generate a couple of bills doing that.
Right.
So there's a lot of different ways to roll into that 54, 55-year-old point. And you're going to be in really, really good shape. You're right. You have kicked butt. You're doing really well. The main place you've kicked butt, though, is your income.
Well, also, we laughed, but on our very first date, I asked her, I said, I need to know how much student loans you got. And she said, none. I said, all right, there'll be a second date.
Now hearing that story, we all knew you outkicked your coverage when you told us about your wife, but now this is a woman with poor judgment. Good for you, sir. You did well.
I
You're a real
grew up with an
romantic,
old
buddy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're know how to sweep a girl off her
Sweep
feet.
her right off her feet. You got any student loans, baby?
And then he declares there will be a second date.
Okay, we'll go out again.
So
you get
good.
the pleasure of my company one more time.
I love the advice you gave there, Dave, and I think there's a bigger lesson for our audience. We know from all kinds of data, you can go research this yourself, that when a person completely stops work altogether, there's got to be some purpose beyond just retiring from a job. And in this case, I love what you recommend here, which they can travel the globe, do whatever they want. Stay involved a little bit, just enough to maybe cash flow all this and not eat into that retirement. And I just think that's something to think about. This idea of I'm going to stop cold turkey and just do nothing but hang out. That's not what he was saying. But
The data is really scary about how many are dead in 6 months.
It is. And so finding some purposeful work, even if it's volunteering or some
Doctors
type of
Without
ministry.
Borders, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go,
Yeah.
let's go. Medical doctors in Southeast Asia would be at a premium. Hello.
That's exactly right.
So,
great point.
I mean, that's what I was just thinking. You could a lot of stuff you can do there.
Yeah.
This idea that I'm going fishing for the next 45 years is probably not a plan.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. Need help with your investments? Connect with a SmartVestor Pro at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.